Hello, All Saints families.
Happy Eagle Day.
As we come to the end of yet another week, we want to take a couple of minutes to recap and then share with you some exciting things that we see for the weeks ahead. The first thing I'd want to say this morning is I want to thank our student leaders who this past week provided the morning announcements. It's been a great joy for me and the families in our community to see your faces and to see how you've personalized each of those messages. Everybody's done it a little bit different, which makes it just so interesting every morning to tune in and get the news from All Saints. So I want to thank all of our students who have helped to make that happen, and Mrs. Coyle, who has worked with them to give them all of the guidance and directions they need to make those recordings. And we will certainly continue with those again on Monday of next week.
Absolutely. Speaking of seeing the students' faces, I've had the privilege of sitting in on several Zoom meetings this week where we have enabled the cameras, and just getting to see the students' faces brought so much joy and energy, a renewed joy and a renewed energy to me, being able to see them interact with their peers and with their teachers. It's been amazing. The teachers have all taken different approaches, whether it be office hours where they just can sit and chat with the students, or they can answer questions about specific lessons, or I've witnessed read alouds where some of the teachers have been reading to their students and talking about characters and setting and plots. Some teachers have been hosting Kahoot sessions to review for assessments. It's just been a wide array of interactions with the students, and it's been such a joy. I'm really excited that we're able to have those cameras enabled and see the smiling, shining faces every day.
And one of the wonderful things about that technology is it does help us maintain that sense of being connected and being able to communicate with one another. And with that in mind, we're working on a couple of projects behind the scenes that we want to share with you this morning. So I know Mrs. Horgan has an important update about something taking place.
Yes, we are filming with two 8th grade students this morning our traditional May crowning, and we will be pushing that out to all families in the coming days. We are asking all 2nd grade students to please take a picture, whether it be in your Sunday best or even in your first communion outfits, with a flower, and to send those pictures to me so that we can have our traditional introduction by our 2nd grade students, following up with the crowning of our Blessed Mother. And we look forward to putting that all together and to sending that out to all families to enjoy.
Thank you, Mrs. Horgan. Something else that we're planning for the second to last week of school is the talent show. The last couple of years, the middle school has done a great job with the talent show, and we thought, why not do it again? Even though it has to be virtual, why not make that happen this year? So I want to thank Mrs. Bill and Mr. Tessier, who have worked hard to put together some guidelines that they will be sharing with students next week. And this year, we're also going to invite 5th graders to participate. So this would be a talent show for 5th through 8th grade. The students would be invited to submit recordings of their particular talent, and all of that would be packaged together into a video that we will share with our community for everyone to enjoy on the evening of Wednesday, June 3rd at 7 o'clock. So the hope is that you can pop the corn and get the refreshments ready, and our entire community can just enjoy that moment of viewing the talents of our young people.
I know, I'll be really excited to watch that.
So again, students in grades 5th through 8th grade, look for details on that early next week. Well, I think that leads us to just one final thing, Mrs. Horgan, and I'm reminded of last week's visit with the Eagle.
Oh, the best.
You know, it was, but, you know, as I turned and I referenced the Eagle, I was reminded of the fact that our Eagle doesn't have a name. In the absence of a name, I just simply said, Mr. Eagle, and I know we can do better than that. We can come up with a clever name. So one of the things that we're going to invite our students to do is help us determine a name for our school mascot. So Mrs. Horgan has some ideas as to how we can make that happen.
Oh, I cannot wait to see the creativity coming out with the names for our Eagle mascot. Very, very exciting. So we'll be posting a link to a Google form where students can submit one idea for a name for our Eagle. Once they submit their idea, we'll put all of the ideas together and pick the top candidates. Then we'll push out another Google form with those top candidates and students can choose their favorite name. And by the end, we will have a name for our mascot.
Thank you, Mrs. Horgan. So again, students will share those details with you next week through Google Classroom. Well, today we're going to get the first taste of summer weather. It's going to be upper 80s, so we hope that you enjoy today's Eagle Day. As always, practice social distancing. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe.
Be well, and remember,
With God,
all things are possible.